واغتراب فقير في الحياة من الصحاب ومن يأمنك يا دنيا الدواهي تدوسين المصائب.
What is one step those born into Islam need to take to better understand the meaning of their Islamic identity?
Dude, you were really born here, aren't you? Say that in English, man.
Well, what is one step those born into Islam need to take?
What did he say? What is that? One step?
One step those born into Islam.
Those born into Islam. Okay, yeah.
Need to take to better understand the meaning of their Islamic identity.
What's your name?
Muhammad.
Muhammad. Who's a citizen of England here? Let me give you an example. Such a beautiful question. It's a delicious question. Citizen of England? Everyone else is not a citizen here? Raise your hands, please. Raise your hands, right hands, please. It wasn't. Raise your right hand like this. Yeah. Yeah. And now say, God save the king. So, Muhammad, these people, they were consciously made English. You are subconsciously English. They knew exactly what being English meant because they were tested for it. They were asked questions. And if they couldn't answer the question, they couldn't be English. You know what I'm saying? Now, they had to do a lot of stuff to study and understand what being English is, consciously. And now they're following all the rules of being English, right? On the street, in the malls, in the homes, and everywhere, okay? That's why they know when the council taxes due and how much and what, everything. You were born into it. So you're not going to be that English because you're going to take it for granted. That's the difference between a Sahaba and us. They, from before Islam, they consciously went into Islam and they knew what they were getting into. We were just given Islam without even knowing what it is. Now, difference between these girls and boys who raised their hands because they sworn themselves into England is that they were swearing for the ease of being in England. Understand, let me look at the camera when I say this, rest of England and America, especially the Canadians. They swore into England, could see the color of the passport changing in their minds when they were doing this. Good or bad heart doesn't matter. Us waqt innamal amalu binniyat kidhar tha? Really? Where was that hadith at that time? Just a question, eh? So they were eased into England. Sahabas did not come for the ease, they come for the difficulty. That's the difference between a Sahabi and us. When the Sahabi was converting into Islam, he knew my jaan bhi gayi, पैसे भी गए, बच्चे भी गए, खानदान भी गया, इज्जत भी गई. यहाँ पे खानदान में जय जयकार, इंग्लिश हो गई है, मेम हो गई हैं, पाउंड आ गए. तेरी ज़बान से अंग्रेजी बोलती हैं अब आपने. You're too young for that. You had no idea what the aunties went through. Trust me. I know you make fun of those aunties. We all know that. It's all right. Sahabas saw all blood, death, divorces, dissonance, exiles, their own kids martyred right in front. They see it before even it would happen. They knew when we say, hey, oh Muhammad, I believe what you're saying. I believe you're a prophet. That means everything else is gone now. Today could be my last day. That's the psychology of the Sahabi coming into Islam. And these people who were sworn into England, that's the exact opposite of psychology. Because they were in trouble in Pakistan. I'm telling you this right now. Ask these women. एक पाकिस्तानी औरत ने जिसको हर पाकिस्तानी मर्द ने घूर के ना देखा हुआ हो. 35 करोड़ पाकिस्तानियों ने समीना को देखा हुआ है. दर्जी की तरह. यहाँ पे आके इसने कहा इधर भी तो मर्द होते हैं. इधर कोई घूरता क्यों नहीं औरत को? हर औरत अपने शोहर से पाकिस्तान के घर में पूछते, इधर आदमी नहीं घूरते ना? क्या किसके लिए होती है? उसी आदमी को जो कि पाकिस्तान की सारी औरतों को घूरता रहता है। इमेजिन, आपको पहली फीलिंग यही आई थी ना इंग्लैंड आके, ओह माय गॉड, ये तो पर फैला के उड़ सकती हूं मैं, नो वन केयर्स। आजादी की फीलिंग आई थी ना, या मुश्किलात। और आप आदमियों से पूछें जरा, पाकिस्तान में किस तरीके से हर बंदे से 2 नंबरी कर रहा था और आप सरवाइव कर रहे थे। फिर भी घर आके नहीं बताते थे ये आपको कि किस मुसीबतों को झेल के पैसे कमा के आप लोगों को खिला रहे हैं कि भाई 20 बच्चे मेरे क्या क्या कुर्बानियां दे रहा था। इधर आके वो सारा डायनामिक्स बदल गया, मेहनत ज़्यादा करनी पड़ी होगी इधर। ऑब्वियसली यू आर द फर्स्ट जनरेशन, बट यू न्यू कि भाई जो कुछ है वही है, जो लॉ है वो वही लॉ है, कोई हिडन मीनिंग कहीं पे नहीं आ रहा। हमने, लोगों ने नहीं, अब हमने ढूंढ लिए इधर तरीके 2 नंबरी के। ओके, सो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग इज, ये आज़ादी की फीलिंग सहाबा को नहीं थी, सहाबा को मुश्किलात की फीलिंग थी। I'll tell you this story about, I'm sorry man, whoever does not understand Urdu, I apologize. I want to tell you the story of this guy for you, Muhammad, for you. There's this guy who is the friend of Abbas radiallahu anhu, who is the uncle of the Prophet, but he converted to Islam way late. Okay, so Abbas used to counsel our Prophet out of Islam in the early days, that you know what, why are you putting so much trouble in the area? And this guy from Taif, he's a friend of Abbas. He comes from Taif to Abbas and he says, he looks at the Kaaba and he sees the Prophet Ali ibn Abi Talib and Khadija, 3 people. Okay, he says, who is this guy and what is he doing? And the Prophet was praying. Prophet was praying with Khadija radiallahu anha and Ali ibn Abi Talib. Okay, and Abbas says, he's my nephew. So what is he doing? What are they up to? And Abbas says, I think they're praying, man. He comes up with a new concept, this new thing, and he's telling us to leave whatever, but he's praying. Praying to who? Praying to Allah Azza wa Jal, because everybody knew Allah Azza wa Jal. They believed in Allah Azza wa Jal at that time. So this Sahabi, who was a friend of Abbas, he goes back. 12 years later, 18 years later, Taif is conquered, and that man is still alive, and he converts to Islam. He's a Muslim now. And now he is in Medina. And then he's talking to his Sahabis, and he says, there was a time, गौर से सुनिएगा, मैं उर्दू में बताऊंगा इसको, फिक्र नहीं करें, मैं नहीं चाह रहा हूँ इस हदीस के बगैर आप जाएं. There was a time when Allah gave me an option to become 1/4 of Islam. There was a time I could have been 1/4 of Islam, and I missed that opportunity. And now that everyone is converting, I am one of the Muslims. It doesn't count for as much as 1/4 of Islam. You know what that means? All of Islam in the universe, I'm 1/4 of it. I am the 4th part of 4 of 3. I'm 1 of 4. This is how the Sahabis looked at Islam. कि अगर मैं उस वक्त मुसलमान हो जाता तो 1/4 इस्लाम मैं होता, 1/4 इस्लाम होता मैं. मगर चूंकि वो ट्रेंड नहीं था तो ट्रेंड, अब मैं ट्रेंड में आ गया हूँ, ट्रेंड सब मुसलमान हो, मैं भी हो गया हूँ. यही हो रहा है यहाँ पे, ट्रेंड में आप मुसलमान हैं. यू आर मुस्लिम बिकॉज एवरीवन इज अ मुस्लिम मैन. If everyone was a Christian, I swear to God, you would have been a Christian. If everyone was a communist or an atheist or whatever, you would have been that. So you tell me, how old are you now? 17. You're 17 now, for God's sakes. Come here, stand up. This is, ladies, who's your mother and father? He's not here? That's your father? Okay. This is how old Ali ibn Abi Talib was when he was fighting Badr. This is what he looked like. You think Safed Dadi wale Buzurg, Ali ibn Abi Talib? No, this is Ali ibn Abi Talib when he was fighting Badr. Imagine the real Islam and experience. So, and by the way, there were Sahabis younger than him as well at that time. Okay? Zaid is younger than. Please sit down. So, what you need to understand is, unless you know that you got to reset the clock, I'm sorry, you're going to be just like the way you folks are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're done. You got to reset. Challenge. Isa ibn Maryam, Jesus, Isa ibn Maryam, says to his own disciples that you cannot be a disciple of mine unless you do unto your father whatever I've told to do unto you. That means unless you challenge your own father, you cannot be my disciple. You got to go against your own father's philosophy, not you. Isa ibn, because those were the kuffar, right? So you need to see where the whole inheritance of, that paradigm came into place, and calling yourself Muslim but not doing anything about it. Unless you're challenging that, you haven't taken your first step. You got to take an oath against this paradigm. That's what becoming conscious Muslim means, that you have taken an oath against the paradigm. So do you even know where to begin? That's your job one. How to begin challenging my own status quo, my own father, my own elders, that this is going to stop now. You guys have failed. I have failed in front of you. I'm your last generation. I've failed. You cannot be like us. And unless you start challenging us, you're going to be just like us or even worse. You understand me? So you're 17. Okay? People used to run countries as kings of your age less than 500 years ago. So don't call yourself a child or a kid. You're 17. Every rule applies on you. Start the game, man.